Oh, okay, so I said chicken house, change of plan. Fucking webcam overlay, I didn't want you. Whatever. I'm hideous today. Anyways, you know what? Gonna go check out the sugarcane farm first. I think that's probably, it's closer, let's just hit that up. So, let's go take a look at that. Real simple. Also, we'll actually go inside this machine. The rabbit squisher is just a little too cramped to want to open it up and show you the guts. It's pretty simple, just a little bit of wiring. This one is a little longer because it's got 2 rows. It also uses a BUD, a block update detector. Right under this piece of wood here, as soon as a piece of sugar cane, let's grab this block. Yay! As soon as a sugar cane grows at this spot, oh, it's so close, so damn close. This will, this piston will detect it, and it will kick off the circuitry, which will basically enable these inverters. They'll turn on, and both walls will push in, and they'll make the sugarcane pop into the water. That will then feed into a hopper pipe that runs under here where this dog is sitting, and into my house. So, you know, I'm going to grab a couple pieces of sugarcane from the failed prototype, and I'm just going to sort of make it happen. So let's do this. Run, run, run. Go, go, go. Jump. Alright. So I got to get right in here if I'm going to trigger it manually. Generally, this will, just like most of what I make, will sort of automatically do its thing. So, oh, there we go. I got it. Got you in my sight. 1, boom. And look at that. Just shaved it. All of it. All that sugarcane is now flowing down into the pipe. Bada bing, bada boom. That's all it takes. Just a quick little bud. Put that piece of wood back. The wood's there to keep it from popping up above when it gets pushed and then dropping down onto the sand. That ensures that all the sugarcane fall into the water. So, flick that switch. Shit won't get in there. So, why don't we go take a quick peek at the chicken farm. Oh, what do we got here? A motherfucking witch. Whoa, we can't have that shit. I hate these things. Where are you, bitch? Boom. Gotcha. Oh, and a skeleton. You're not gonna have any of your shit either, buddy. Redstone, thank you. Oh, past the cactus plant. You might notice the lag. The significant amount of chickens that I have going on really lag it out. I should probably turn down the amount of chickens that operate in it. It's easily done. I just like to operate at maximum capacity. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Just a bunch of pistons punching cactuses into holes. So this is going to get really loud and really laggy, and I'm sorry. This is my chicken machine, and yeah, mob loading means that chickens escape, so I just sort of deal with them like that. Come here, meat. I love about the flaming sword is it cooks the meat when I hit them. It's awesome. Boom. Boom. So many chickens have glitched out. See, this happens because when you leave the area, the chunk that it's in kind of freezes but unloads, and then when it comes back, it comes back in the same state. But mobs, as in like the creatures, they spawn first, and then the walls spawn. So the chickens have an opportunity to sort of move outside the walls, which is annoying. So I'll show you some of the guts. This is the top part, and it's a little complicated because the whole process is completely autonomous from human interaction. I do have a manual override right there. Essentially what will happen is they'll shit eggs every 5 to 10 minutes until there is a full chest, a full hopper, and a full dispenser, a total of 656 eggs. Every egg will toss, 1 in 8 eggs will toss out a baby chicken. So they will just fill up the machine with eggs. When it reaches maximum capacity, it will trigger. And what will happen is, first the dispensers will dump water onto the chickens. the timer will go off here. This is a hopper timer. And after a few seconds, which is enough time to kill all the chickens and cause the parts to flow down into the hoppers, it will turn it off. And then simultaneously, it will kick off the next series of circuits. It splits here. There's a fork. The first one that I'm showing you will actually raise the wall in front of the dispenser. And the other one will send a signal down this inverter tower. I'm just going to jump down, maybe take a little damage, whatever. At the same time, this timer goes off. It's a timer tower. When a certain number of items have run through, it'll stop the machine and reset it. I can set how long the timer runs for by simply moving this dial like that. I'm going to put it right back to where it was. All right, there we go. So essentially, longer means fires all the eggs, shorter means fires less of the eggs. When that timer finishes, it sends a signal back up and it resets all the timers up the top and closes the dispenser. The underbelly is the collector system. I had to put a 5 clock down here so that it sort of mitigates the flow of eggs, because if too many eggs get jammed into this dropper tower here, which is what feeds the dispenser, it jams up. So this kind of like creates a spacing in the eggs under the hoppers that feeding it power turns the hoppers off for a split second. So I've got a hopper filter that filters the eggs one direction, and everything else comes out here. So as you can see, maybe, sort of underneath all that chicken, is a floor of hoppers. These live in a glass cube with a item collector floor. So let's go kick it off, and I'll run down real quick so that we can see the action of what happens when we do this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and go. Oh, the water's out. Now, like I said, normally this just works without me having to do anything. It will just detect when the eggs are at maximum capacity, and then it'll kick off. I just have that button so that I can do stuff like this. Well, there's still one chicken on the other side. Yeah, and now the dispenser's going off, and as you can see, the little baby chickens are popping out of the eggs that are being fired against the wall. So I'll get a whole new generation of chickens, you know, every maybe half an hour or so, or 45 minutes, and then this chest slowly fills up with feathers and meat. I can then go and, you know, make the feathers into arrows, or trade them to villagers, or cook the meat, or trade the meat, or do all that other good stuff. Now this will run for a little bit. There's quite a lot of eggs to fire off, but we've pretty much seen everything now. I mean, I have doors here. It's totally unnecessary because I never really need to enter the pen, and really it just lets more chickens escape. But yeah, that's the chicken machine. Oh my god, it's just lagging the crap out of my game. Okay, so I got 1 minute 25 seconds left on this segment. So I guess real quick, a couple little things. I got another portal here, which I've surrounded in stone because zombie pigmen are annoying and they come out of the portal every once in a while. This is a little drawbridge that I did on this side of the compound just because. I made a moat all the way around. It just slows down mobs, and then my dogs will get anything that manages to cross it. But sometimes I just don't want to walk through the water, so... Oh, look at that. It's a bridge. It'll pop up for a few seconds, and then bye-bye. I said bye-bye. There we go. That's better. And operate it from this side too. Yep. Chicken machine is still lagging the ever-living crap out of my game. That's okay. Because you know what? It's efficient anyways. It does all my work for me, and I don't have to do jack shit except for collecting up the goods. So, that's part 2. Part 3, I think maybe we'll move on to the processing plant.